if I were to take your channel in different content direction, what would you do? Currently, from this point, it's really hard to, once a channel is established as making a certain type of video, it's really hard to move away to something completely different. It has to be gradual. You have to make like slight alterations to your current style of video and like morph it into what you want it to do, rather than morph it into what you eventually want to do instead of like immediately like doing it, you know? Like, let's say for an extreme example, let's say I don't know, I'm going from like let's plays to commentary. That's something I did. And obviously this isn't the way I did it, but like let's say if I wanted to like morph the channel from gaming into commentary, I would obviously I'd start out by doing let's plays, and then I would do commentaries over gameplay, and then I would go into commentary. So it's like a gradual transition, you know? As a very simple example. So if I were to change my content right now into a different direction, I would still be limited in like what direction is adjacent to my current content. So like, let's say I want to go in a direction of like reading less tweets and having more of my own opinion. That would be a direction adjacent to me. But I couldn't like go from making Twitterverses to like making cooking videos, you know? That's like a just like whew. I couldn't do that. So I guess you're asking if you were to take your channel into a different content direction, what would you do? The answer to that realistically would probably be like, I don't know, share my own opinions and maybe go into more stream highlights or something like that, because I really do like streaming. As for if I could like completely change my direction on a whim, and let's say I immediately have like a successful channel with this type of content, I'd say the other content direction I'd probably go in is fuck, I really like drama. I'm sick of drama right now, but I really like drama, and I really like gaming, but I did gaming content for a really long time, and doing gaming with no drama would suck. Ideally, I would like to have a channel exactly like Critical's, you know, like Penguin Z, because this guy, his kind of like content cycle that he has is really appealing to me. So let's look. So he has like the short like drama videos, right, where he's like,
This is a video.
or like commentary, not drama videos necessarily, but like commentary videos where he like sits and talks about something to the camera for 8 minutes. But then you can also make a 30-minute stream highlight video and make it do and have it perform pretty much just as well. He also has his official podcast on here, which is a vastly different type of content. This is just like a normal commentary on something like, you know, the thing I hate about anime, like kind of normal. And then he also has drama, which is, you know, responding direct or talking directly about EDP. And then he has kind of like a hybrid where he talks to the camera like in the anime video, but then he also has the part of his stream kind of mixed in there. Then he has like you know, streaming playing video games, but he also has streaming you know, reactions to stuff. So it's not just video games, it's also reactions. So if you don't like gaming, you can still like you know, this channel. And what else does he have? He also has Moist Meter, so he has movie review, which is a movie review. So he has movie reviews, gaming reviews, which is also on Moist Meter, or here, like you can see it, Halo Infinite. You can see Hollow Knight is a masterpiece. So you have podcasts, reaction videos, commentary videos, drama videos, movie reviews, gaming reviews. He also occasionally does music videos. He literally can make any amount, almost any variety of content. Almost any variety of content. And his views will stay consistent every time. Except for the podcast. The podcast always has significantly less views than any other video he makes. Which is still a significant amount of views considering how big the initial size is. But besides that, his channel thrives on all of this different type of content. So ideally, I would want to have a YouTube channel like this, and that's something I want to kind of work towards is having a channel that is this dynamic. I don't know how I'm gonna do that though. I mean, critical streams every day. Maybe I just need to upload stream highlights to my channel. I think that's really what it is. I need to upload stream highlights to my channel. But then also I'm a little nervous to do that, because obviously, like, I could just immediately start doing the same thing Critical is doing and, like, upload my stream highlights and my gameplay highlights or whatever to my channel. But it wouldn't work because my audience is not conditioned for that. So I need to find a way to condition my audience for that. So, like, steps I have taken, little steps. I haven't thought about this, like, super in-depth. This is probably the most I'm thinking about it right now. Yeah, I've done Twitter versus Live, clip panel shows. Yeah, so that's one of the first things I did. I did this clipped video of me on the Zerka panel, and, it didn't do super well for my channel, but I think it went over pretty well, and I think it was also content adjacent to what I do. Maybe a little too far, maybe like 2 steps removed instead of 1 step removed. Something I've wanted to do for a really long time that I keep forgetting to, and honestly, it takes so much time to do, but like, out of these 4 I did like a 10-hour total stream, like, with all of these combined, of the Arcanum allegations, and I want to make, like, an Arcanum, as silly as it sounds, like an Arcanum allegations highlight video where I highlight, like, all the, like, funniest bits from the allegations. I still need to make that. I still probably will make that. And that would be, you know, something to do. But, like, I don't know. It all takes so much time. It just takes so much time to do. I have to be, like, working all the time. I don't know how Critical does it. I think he probably has editors. I think he has hired editors and stuff like that, but the problem with hiring editors is that they have an editing style that's not the same as yours, and you kind of have to train the editors to have a certain style, and I don't know if I can do that, and I feel like when you initially hire an editor and you're trying to get them to have the same style as you are kind of training them in a sense, so it actually takes more work than if you didn't have an editor. But then the benefit to it is that after you've done that initial work, everything's easy from that point out. So I probably need to just buckle down and do that. I don't know. It's just, I don't really have anyone I can I do have people I can trust to edit down stuff, but they're, like, busy with their own stuff. And I don't like I'm just not ready to have employees. It just feels so weird to have employees. Like, I don't want to, like, be the boss of somebody. It feels like, I don't know. Like, I don't like people, like, the reason I would never work for, like, Keemstar or anybody else on YouTube is, and the reason I did YouTube, one of the major reasons, is I like being my own boss. So to, like, be so anti-boss in terms of, like, what I prefer, and then putting a boss experience on somebody else, it just feels weird. It feels like I wouldn't want someone doing this to me, so even though they agree to do it, I don't know. Does the LA YouTuber editing style annoy you? I don't know exactly what you mean by that. Do you mean, like, hypercuts or whatever? That's not the type of editing I like, personally. And it's not the type of editing I would like on my videos. I kind of like the more, like, simple stuff. So yeah, I mean, I've taken, like, little steps towards changing up what I do, but honestly, I just, like, get scared and kind of, like, buckle back into, like, Twitter versus format, because I know that works. But I do need to experiment more. I just never know exactly what to do, and sometimes I have ideas, and then I'm confident in them for, like, half a day, and then I become unconfident in them, and then they just, like, sit around. And I don't know. Right now, like, I haven't uploaded because I was, like, depressed in real life and stuff like that. I talked about it a little bit on my other channel, but it slowed down my upload speed a lot, which is why you see videos from, like, 2 months ago, 1 month ago, like, so close to the top when you normally wouldn't on my channel. And because of that, obviously my channel analytically has suffered, even though, like, I guess on face value it doesn't look like that. Behind the scenes it definitely has. It's been stagnant. Actually, I was losing subs for a month. No one knows because it never went below 191k, but I was losing subs at a certain point. I've recently turned that around, but right now with my recent videos, I'm in a state of recovery, so I don't want to experiment when I'm trying to like recover the steam of my channel. But then also I want to become if I blow up or get bigger, I don't want to be like in the same position I am now to where I'm stuck just doing Twitter versus. I want to grow off of other content in order for people to expect different types of content, so I can make that different type of content without it affecting my channel negatively. So I really do need to like change something up. I just haven't thought it through. And also, like, I'm worried at like the quality of it, cause like obviously my main channel videos are not like the highest quality in the world, but I feel like what I say on stream is not exactly scripted or double checked, or well, I don't script things, but I definitely double check my words and kind of like make sure the video is like perfect before it goes out and is very highly edited and like pieced together. Meanwhile, I'm sure some of you would argue in the comments like, oh, you should have put this funny clip of what's the most fuckable Pikmin type on your main channel, which but part of the reason why I wouldn't be comfortable having it on my channel, number one, as it stands right now, it would be out of left field on my channel. But even if it got to a point where it wouldn't be out of left field on my channel, I feel like there's a lot of pauses, there's a lot of, like me thinking in real time, a lot of like, uhs and ums or whatever. And if I were to make this video for my channel, I would probably edit it down a lot, add some like visual flair, editing effects, editing jokes, stuff like that. And I'd put time into making it better. Which maybe I shouldn't. Maybe I should just throw it up. I feel like that's what Charlie does, right? That's what Critical does. He just throws it up there. Maybe I should just throw shit up there as well. In the same way I did with this video, but I don't know. I don't know how well that would go over. I'm kind of scared, because, like, if you upload a video that like the audience really doesn't like it's like, this is not what I subscribed for, right? Let's obviously I'm gonna have my loyal fans, the people who in their comment section, stuff like that, the people in this chat right now. You guys will watch most of what I make, right? You'll be very flexible because you watch more from me, but at least I assume. But for like a casual viewer, let's say someone who just subbed to me like a month ago from like a recent video they saw, and they don't really know me that well, but they like what I do with the Twitter versus stuff, and then they see a video like this, right? They'll be like, what the fuck, this isn't what I subscribed for, and then they'll unsub, and then they'll miss out on stuff they did subscribe for, which is, the Twitter versus stuff that I would eventually continue making. So it is a bit scary to upload a video that's too experimental on a channel that's very established for one thing. Make a second channel for that, bruh. What I was talking about, which I have, this is my second channel that we're looking at right now. What I'm explaining is that, yeah, I am using Bowblax beta. That's what I'm saying. But what I'm explaining is that someone asked me initially, for those of you who weren't here, someone asked me initially, what direction do you ideally want your channel to be in, or what direction would you put it in if you didn't put it in the direction it is now? And I said something like, where is he? Where is he? Did I just like close any tab of him? All right. Something similar to, Penguin Z's channel, where he can thrive making a commentary video, a normal commentary video, a drama commentary video, a stream compilation, a podcast, movie reviews, video game reviews, music videos, all of this stuff just works on his channel, and that is what I would ideally want for my channel. But what I'm saying is why I can't just immediately do that. You're like asking, why can't I just immediately do that? Is for the reasons that I have been outlining, which is why this stuff goes on the second channel. So I'm trying to think of like what would be like a good compromise between like getting to the point where I can upload something like this on my main channel without just like doing it right away, like good transition content into that. I don't know. This is very, everything I'm saying is very like creator brained, you know? Like when people, it's so interesting because like people in real life ask me like, oh, well, what skill? Because I always say like YouTube is not as easy as it seems. It's like an active skill that you need to work on. And then they're like, oh, so what would your, you know, how do you grow your channel? They'll like ask a simple question like that, and it's just like that. That is way too broad of a question, and I feel like I can't answer it. But when I start talking in this way, like you can tell that there's a lot that goes into it. Like probably a lot of the stuff I've been saying is not stuff that came to your mind because you guys aren't content creators, or at least not all of you, right? So that's kind of where I'm at now. Currently, the second channel is for stream VODs and stream highlights. Currently, I've created a new playlist called Best Streams. These are the streams that I think I have the best commentary in, that I usually highlight stuff from. So whenever one of those VODs come out, this VOD is probably going to be one of them, to be honest. You know, the highlights will be here. Obviously, yeah, and then this channel was also my original main channel, so it's kind of like an archive of all my old content still being up. One of the most notable series, obviously, being the Pikmin 3-player race, or not Pikmin, Mario Sunshine 3-player race, which is here. Old gaming videos, you know. So yeah, that's kind of what my second channel is right now. Pretty poppin' channel. I like my second channel a lot. So my second channel is my favorite channel because it's like my it's like my personal channel. And by the way, with all the behind the scenes stuff on YouTube, like, you know, your main, like my main email is tied to my second account because this was my main account initially. You can see up here, the URL is, well, it's probably too small for you to see, but the URL is youtube.com/Bowblax. And then for my other channel, it's youtube.com/Bowblax2 because this was my main channel and my main channel was my second channel. So like, to me, I feel like this channel, and this channel has so much of my history on it too. This channel is like me. This is like my personal channel. And then the way I see the other channels, like this is my business channel. This is something I'm trying to grow. This is something I'm trying to cultivate. This is a brand I'm trying to create, you know? Whereas this is like my personal channel where I'm like, just being myself, being Tardo, you know? Look what you said. You did a commentary on the Fitz drama and it did well. I don't know why you don't do more of those. Seems like a no-brainer. That's actually what I want to do. But the issue is, in order to make those type of videos, I need to be passionate about... I want to make those videos, and I also want to make stream highlights like the Zircle Royale stuff. I want to make more of that, and then the other thing I want to do is make more videos, commentary videos like the Fitz video that I made last year. Right here. But, and it did really well, you're right. But it has to be something I'm passionate about, that's the issue, right? And for it to turn out good. And I'm not, a lot of dramas that come up, I'm not passionate about, and then I can't find stuff that I'm passionate about because I'm not in the mindset of like, looking for topics for commentary videos, right? I'm very much in the content mindset of like, okay, what would make a good Twitter versus, but I'm not thinking what would make a good commentary video, so I need to subconsciously get into that mindset, which I eventually will. And maybe more videos like this will start like ramping up over time. But currently, the reason why I haven't made a lot of those videos is because there's not a lot of topics that come up that I feel like I can make that type of video on. Like, I made that type of video on, let's see, I think I actually have a playlist for it. Yeah, original commentaries. So I did it for Def Noodles, you know, calling me out. I did it for Christian drama. I did it for EDP drama. I did it for the worst tweet ever made. The Game Grumps drama. the beginning of the Dream Drawn Swan drama, a couple other dramas, and but those are ones that I was passionate about, and I was like ready to talk about it. These are basically videos where I'm like, how these videos actually come about is that I start typing like a tweet, like let's say I'm tweeting and I'm like, this is my opinion on blah, 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 blah. But then I like make a bunch of tweets. It just ends up being a bunch of tweets and do and do and boo 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 boo, and I'm like, this could just be a video. And then I'm like, fuck it, discard, and then I make a video. So that's. I've already fucking ratioed it. Shut the fuck up, retard. I love bullying NFT guys. Oh, here's a great idea, actually, that just came to mind. I bully NFTs, like, so much, dude. Like, all of my tweets are, like, bullying NFT people. I should just make a video, like, trashing on NFTs. Being like, this shit's retarded. It's dumb. So yeah, here are my video ideas or title ideas. Oh yeah, Def Noodles needs to apologize for this. I already made that. A lot of the ones that I end up making, I end up deleting. So I wanted to do a Valkyrie video, Dream SMP Guy Pedo. Twitbits is a series that I've wanted to do. I came up with the name like actually almost 2 years ago, and it's like if there's like not enough drama for one Twitterverses, I would make like 2 small Twitterverses combined and call it Twitbits. But what I ended up doing is I just ended up not calling it that, but doing that. So like one of my recent videos, so one of my recent videos, White People Don't Exist, this is 2 things combined. So if you look at the like chapters, we have the Ethan Klein segment, and then we have the Turkey Tom segment. So this is like a Twitbit, but I just didn't call it that. Anyway, going back to this, I was gonna do, I don't know who Dave is. I don't know. Belle Delphine, Shadman, Dislikes, AV Styles. Everyone asked me to make that. Lol, never end up making it. Now I have to add NFTs are retarded. That's probably actually what I'll name it, dude. But specifically, I'm gonna talk about the ugly monkeys. Ugly monkeys. So yeah. Here's my truly autistic ideas. This was like, I had like a really good idea like 2 nights ago for something, and I was trying to like retrace my steps in the notes. I don't think this is like the full idea of what I had, but like this will, once I read this like and record the video, I think it'll come to mind. But see, I have like people asking me like what ideas you have for truly autistic. Like these are like old, like these are from like literally a year ago. January 5th, January 7th, January 7th, March 3rd, May, August. So even though I was like gone for 6 months on the channel, I was still thinking about it. August,